surprise! Hello, it's Jade. You haven't seen me for a few weeks. I just took the opportunity to have a bit of time painting. I'm not going to say time off because I haven't had any time off, but I've been doing a lot of painting and enjoying myself, which is very nice. So I thought I would come on here randomly and say hello, just putting the comments on so I can see. Hey Tanya, how you going? Hey Samantha. Wow, okay, so I thought I'm going to do some colouring in. I've got my Whimsical Girls colouring in book, and I just thought that sounded like fun for me. Now I've got a bit of a sore wrist. I think I've been overdoing it with the drawing. I might be developing superpowers. Who knows? Probably not. Hey Mixie Pixie. Hey Matty Kitty. How you going? Oh, Jen Wren's here too. Oh. Okay, so I'm just going to do some little things like that and fling the camera around. I've forgotten how to. Wait a minute. It was easier than I thought. And I'm super organised. We do have a microphone, don't we? Just check that again. I live in fear permanently of no microphone. On my blog, did I save it? Just let me save it, because I did just put this up on my blog. Oh, I can do it later, I guess. It's just the... No. Oh, my gosh. Why is everything so difficult? See, I know when I'm tired and I need a break. Well, this is when everything feels like it's a bit difficult. And there we go, update. Okay, I think I have done it. Ooh. And I just can't cope with anything that's outside of the straight and narrow. I'm just like, ah! But I am coping right now. The Arttober prompts are up. They're really fun and very funny. This is a little sticker that I've made, stick in a journal. We've got all sorts of, they're sort of artistic, creepy. That's the vibe I'm going for. Sculptress, you know, arty, a van painter, Nessa for art too. My favourite is actually the Sasquatch. Here he is with his paintbrush. So the prompts are on my blog, which is janedavenport.com, and it's still 10 days to go. But if you needed to get a little head start on getting a bit of witchy vibes happening, get over and check them out, because the thing is going to be a bit of fun. Meg finally made a live. Good one, Meg. Now look at me. I wonder, can someone try this? This is a little sticker that I made of, I think that's my Instagram handle, or I think it is, yeah, my Instagram. So she is there. Just tell me if that works. Someone, just out of interest. And also, I'm just letting you know that I've got weekend workshops coming up. They are going to be fantastic. There may be some new things coming that people will get to play with before anyone else, okay? That's the kind of par for the course with in-person workshops. And I'm also tuning them in, well, these two anyway, this one and this one, with life drawing, with the life drawing classes and events that I go to. So they're not my events, they're just events that I enjoy and participate in, but you know, you can then go back and do life drawing wherever you are, even in a cafe, wherever you are. Okay. Oh, I've dedicated that to Ruby and Sophie. I forgot. So this is my book, Whimsical Girls, just in case you didn't know. And I'm just going to, I wonder if I can go, does that zoom in? Oh, Oh, look at that. Oh my gosh. So professional. So Whimsical Girls, it's a bit too zoomed in, I think. Whimsical Girls is like a fancy schmancy colouring in book. And what I did with this was each of the pages are perforated so you can take them out. There's lots of different types of paper in this book. In the back, oh, I might not have them in here anymore. Oh no, I do. Stickers. I've just used up some of them already. And some collage paper. Oh, so I've already used up some of the collage paper. Pulled out some of the pages. So there, I've done a couple of colouring in books. And the reason I say fancy schmancy is because the paper's fancy and the drawing is fancy. It's just the paper is fancy. The paper is fancy. And the idea, it's called Happy Hour because I've had this idea that if you just took a few minutes for yourself, eventually that will add up to an hour, a happy hour. And we can reclaim our creativity, which I feel greatly this week because, my goodness, is there anything that's not going on in the news? Oh, is there anything? So I'm just going to tinker around. If you've got questions for me, please feel free to ask. Oh, and I think shipping recommences back to the US next week. It's been ages. I can't believe that, seriously, governments, I'm saying all of them, are just so, that's just been so disorganised, this whole thing of this new tariffs that were coming in. It wasn't I suppose it was a bit of a surprise, but everyone knew it was happening, and it just, you know, fly by the seat of the pants stuff. So I feel a bit, you know, a sort of way about everyone that's been in charge of that. It's just been ridiculous. But I think maybe it's hopefully it'll all be fine. We'll see. Like the tariffs being brought in, and then just the whole world just shutting down the post system just was crazy. Oh, I'm quite liking, I did not like her when I looked at her, hence me wanting to work on it. So I think I've got layered cake or acrylic in the background. It's got a nice bit of texture. This particular paper is colouring paper, so it's good for everything. It's just a good smooth cardstock. Is that painted as well? And I think I've painted this in the background. I think I made my own washi tape. I've been looking for her for ages. No, that's not the one I've been looking for. There's another one where I did a dress made out of pencil shavings, which it looked better than that sounds, I must say. But I found the worrying about all that tariff business, I found it a bit distressing. It's tiring. So anyway, rather than feeling tired though, worried about things out of my control, I just go and paint. Paint, draw, enjoy my life, play with the dogs. It's spring, sniff the flowers, you know, that sort of stuff. So under here, there must be a drawing, and then I've painted over it with opaque-ish type things. I think this looks like alcohol ink of some description that I've got happening here. So what I will do if I want to, because that's sort of ugly and I love this page, I've just come over with more paint on this side, which just gives me a nice, just a more robust surface to go crazy with. Right now. So what is your, in the comments, let me know, what is your go-to? If you're feeling a bit stressed, what's your go-to art supply? Like, what is the one that you go for? Like, is it pencils, paint, watercolor? Is there one that you find more relaxing than others? Oh, and I've just finished filming and just in the editing process of my last lessons for Botticelli-esque. So good. So good. It's been all the life drawing that I've been doing lately. It's just really doing things for me. This colour that is up here is heaven. Yum. Yum. And the pens that I'm using, these are Brush with Fame paint pens. I still think they are the best paint pens I've ever used. And the musical markers are pretty good, but these ones, because you don't have to shake them up, and they've got a brush nib. Who doesn't love a brush nib? I still remember when a white brush tipped paint pen was like the greatest unicorn of all time. I just thought, you know, I'd never see the day when I could get that to happen, and now I've got lots of them. Spoiled for choice. So this is from the Unicorn paint pen set. This one. This is all a bit too pushed back, so I'm going to bring this here. So we've been talking about this a little bit in the workshop, is stage one is like enjoying your artwork. Yes, of course, that's stage one. Stage two is being able to spot things that you would like to fix and working out what it is that you might not like. And then the next stage is having the confidence to go in and change things. So these are just different stages of artistic development, and that is what I'm sort of helping with in the workshop over there at the moment, the Botticelli-esque, to help people be able to work that out for themselves, because I won't always be there in the live streams to offer, you know, constructive guiding help. I want people to be able to look at it and go, oh, okay, it's banana face, or it's this, or it's that. What can I do to, you know, not let it annoy me anymore? So as I was going, I thought I would just start on a whole new page, but I haven't yet, okay? Obviously. Because I came across this girl and I thought, no, she was bothering me. Oh, do. And I may as well get everything so that it doesn't bother me, so that I come along and go, oh. Yeah. Now the eye is re-bothering me. Oh, now this is that black that I couldn't find earlier. Was that down in the studio? I couldn't find the black. Maybe that was. So with acrylic paint pens, basically it's an acrylic ink. So most of them will dry waterproof. These ones do. And, oh, I've got a little bit of a figurina over here, actually. This feels like it might be Joyful Gesso. Some of my paint, or one of the variations of paint that I have. Before actually we start drawing on that, Jane, let's have a little look. So around here, this would be very nice if this was, I could cover up these pink dots. That's easy. And because paint pens have opacity, they're really, really good, I think. And you can put pencil and whatever else over the top of them. They dry very matte. And the other one's layer cake is good too. But I was thinking I'm just going to do something. I don't know if this will look good. This is why I think colouring in books, one of the reasons, I'm sure there are many others, but it's because the artwork is there already and your decisions can be all about the colour and, you know, if you want to add other things. So you can have the fun, the creative fun, but you can, it's a little bit of a load off because you're not having to worry about actually constructing something from the ether before you even get to sort of the fun part of the colouring in. So with a paint pen, if you're blocking in colour like that, the slower you work, the better, because it just gives the ink time to come down and you just get a smoother. That must have been the worst tracing of a circle that has ever existed in humanity. Also, just always with paint pens, remembering that you've got quite a lovely little dense brush, and if you are, oh, maybe I'll use this, might be better. If you are rubbing on the paper, you can get pilling once the paper is saturated. So let it dry off, then come back in, let it dry off, like watercolour. But, you know, we get a little bit, well, I do, I speak for myself, okay? A bit impatient. And, you know, you just want to do everything everywhere all at once. So I'm just going to come in. Oh, that little fine tip, yum. So I'm just giving my eyeballs a chance to be distracted from these pink dots, and then these pink dots will be in tune with everything else. I'll bring this one here, I'll let that overlap with that, and I know for a fact that this one is a little bit dry. I think anyway, if this is the one I was thinking it is. Don't You Know Who I Am is the name of the colour. So this set I've had, as you can tell, it's all a bit well used, as you can see. So I think some of them, and this might be what I use a lot, and she's still holding lots of juice, but I'm expecting her to need replacing pretty soon. It's so good to get through an art supply. Now I'm going to have a little look at the questions, no, the comments. So let me know if you, yeah, what is it that you like to use? What brush with, oh, Sarah says, I love brush, so do I. Hey Caruso, how you going? Yes, little sisters I've got happening here. Oh, good, Jen Ren, yep, just in time for the birthday, we love it. Will there be a new release next week? I don't think so, but you know, who knows? I don't think we will have our next things ready. Yes, Jen Ren says, let's not talk about the news. Okay. Oh, okay, they can't get the code to scan. Okay, too small. Okay, good, thank you for letting me know. I can make it a bit bigger. Yes, we have the, hey Samantha, hey Mixie Pixie, hey Jenny, how you going? Yes, we've got the, what was I going to say? Can't remember. Can't remember. This will not be harmonious, but do you know what? I don't care. It's about my brain being harmonious. If I was worrying about harmoniousness, I would have positioned them differently, I guess. I'm purely going with what is going to make, I'm going for dopamine pigment, okay? Dopamine pigment. And this colour is so nice. So this is Pinkiosity 2. I'm sort of using a few different colours. And with Layer Cake, which is what this is, it's a gouache-like watercolour. If you activate it, it becomes more and more gouache-like. If you just go in with a more watery brush, it's more like a watercolour. So it's a hybrid beastie. I'm just going to go for full dopamine dressing. Why not? We have, might go 3 different pinks. Or I might just tap on there annoyingly. I don't know. Just mix up a few of these colours. This is Material Girl. And the colours are all named after materials. Oh, sorry, I think I was saying if I activate this a little bit more, it just gets more and more opaque. Hence what I mean by gouache-like. Oh, so that pink that's still in the brush is coming out. She's got a little bit of a sunburn. Oh, wait a minute. No, I'll use this. Helps if I undo the clasp. And the thing with Layer Cake, just so you can see the opacity, it's just got really good coverage like that. It sort of does what you think it's going to do. It's like the paint pen of paint. That's what I find soothing about paint pens, about Brush with Fame in particular, is they're just one of those art supplies that does what you think it's going to do. And in this day and age, just having something that's reliable, very nice. It's very nice. So if I wanted to change her face features a little bit, I would really come over everything. But I might just keep them as they are and then can redraw over the top when everything's dry. So I'm just dipping my brush, I'll do it on this girl. So I can knock her features back a little bit. And then, so if I activate this, so it's really dry, sorry, so it's really creamy, not dry. I can wait for it to dry and come in with a second little pass. I can block out the lines a little bit. I'll just let that dry. But I'll put down, this is a Trust the Mess sheet, and I'm just going to pop that in here, and it can dry on there. While I've got my thing here, I might pop that on there. Let's have a quick look at the book. So what I did is, on one side I've got inspiration, and on the other the page really more to colour in, but you can do what you want, colour in whatever you want, colour over the wording. These are just all lots and lots of different. Oh, that's one of the stickers. Such a good way to test out art supplies too, a colouring book, because you just can go a bit, like I've gone there, just a bit crazy, just trying things. And then if you create something you really like, you can always pull it out and use it somewhere else. Oh, look at that. Sparkly, yum yums. Oh, I like how she's coming through on this side. Caruso has said, what advice do you have about finding art groups? I think you just have to get online, or if you go to more alternative stores or independent stores like music store, an independent music store, in sort of independent bookstores. That's where I look, and you can see flyers on the outside. Sometimes there might be a community post board. We have a lot of that sort of thing in my area because there's just a lot of community stuff going on all the time. And there are community post boards put up in front of supermarkets, organic store. We've got a lot of organic fruit and veg, that sort of thing. All sort of alternate, independent things. They usually have areas where there can be posters and flyers, and that's usually where you'll find it, or look on the internet. But a lot of them, community things like that, are easier to find notices of on a community board, or if you've got, wherever you're going to, a community, like I don't know what it's like in America, but in Australia there are councils, like each council, and if you popped into the council, there would be a community hub of some social person, not social corrections, but a social, like a community person that would know or have their finger on the thumb on the pulse, what's the saying? Anyway, they would have a little bit of knowledge of what might be around, or of who to contact for like art outreach, that sort of thing. The other one that could be good, even if someone runs one of those sip and paint type situations, they might also have other art sorts of things. Or if you're lucky enough to live near an art gallery, like a community or a state funded, like a big proper art gallery rather than just a private one, like a shop, they may also have, I would still ask though, just some ideas on, oh, I like this. I think this is palette pastel through stencils. Just having a flip through. Oh, cute. I think that's layer cake. Feels like it might be watercolour. Might be watercolour. I'm not making a mess, I'm making a life. Yes, so that's where I would just look for, that's where I found out about my life drawing, where I go. Oh, and someone was talking about it, just other artists in the area, they mentioned something, and I'd seen it, posters for it, and I thought, oh yeah, I'll go and give it a little, I'll go and have a look, and love it. But in my region, because it's very, very, very artistic here, there's lots of arty things going on. We're blessed for choice. And if there's nothing, you might have to think about starting something yourself. You might have to be the change you want to see in the world. And yeah, see what happens. Start your own art community. In Australia, an art class for a few hours, like a life drawing, where there's no instruction. There's no instruction in life drawing usually. It's usually about $30. Maybe it might be less, maybe it might be a bit more if you're in a big city or something. And so it's not wildly expensive, and it's usually for 3 hours. But you can always just go and draw anywhere. It is fun to draw with other people, although having said that, last week when I went along to my beloved class, my brain must have just been, like I said, I'm totally fine if things are just la-di-da, but if something starts, annoying me, I'm annoyed very quickly. I'm just very, I'm derailed quickly. And a lovely person doing absolutely beautiful artwork, she was using pastels. Honestly, it felt like she was in my ear. It felt like her whole body, she was inside my ear, scratching at my eardrum. I thought I was going to go insane. So I stuck my finger in my ear to dull the sound and just distract my brain from it. Every fibre of my being was saying, go, leave, what are you doing? And I didn't listen to that. I've been looking forward to this all week. So it's just one of those things. And sometimes when you can just get through that skin crawlery stuff, if you can just get through, just that time of tension, with art, with whatever it takes to get through it. Oh, it's such a good thing. It's so good for you, because it also just teaches your brain to accept, okay, you're uncomfortable. I was uncomfortable. It was annoying, the sound, I was uncomfortable. And so my brain thought it was helping me by saying that we're out, that's it, enough. We don't have to do that, da-da-da-da-da. But that wasn't helping me. What's helping me is settle and ignore stuff. So we're still teaching our brains. Does any of that make sense? It doesn't need to. I'm just telling you my lived experience. Oh, I love this. What's this colour called? Good side. It's a good side. Okay, so we've got a bit of chronic banana facing happening here. But I'm nearly over it. I've nearly got it under control. Look at this, look at this, look at this. Oh, this is going to be the wrong colour. But I'm just trying to add a little bit of shading. I like all this roughness that's happening here. That's too dark. Now, if I was working with acrylic, I would be having to grab out different things, mix colours, la-di-da-di-da. What I like about working with the markers is that I'm like, okay, the nearest, I need this colour, and I can look at, all of my colours that I've got here, 60-something colours, and I'm pretty close to whatever I'm going to need. If I need to mix something up, I can. But in terms of just working with, you know, a bit of feeling of freedom. There are just, like I said, some art supplies which just allow you to, oh, I don't like that rough little bit of hair like that. Just allow you to relax because you know that they're going to behave themselves. Well, you know what they're going to do. You know, you could just, I don't know. What I might do is actually zoom back out so you can see just what it's all looking like, all these colours. Yeah. Okay. Oh, Matty Kitty says at the library. That is a great tip because yes, just especially in the library, people are coming in, they're talking, they're getting out art books. So yeah, the librarian, if they're not hosting something, I would even ask if they would host something. They've got the space. It brings people into the library. Usually librarians are, you know, are creative and, you know, community spirited, and a library usually is a community spirited entity, right? I think that's a great idea. I wonder if our library's actually got an art gallery as part of it. I wonder if mine, but yeah, I'm happy with where I'm going. I'm good. That's good. I'm good. But yes, so I've got a little bit of a face here. This is where I've been using up a little bit of leftover paint, I think. So I'm just going to pop in a little bit of I'm just going to draw. Oh, she should probably be looking at her, I guess, but she doesn't want to. She's looking over there. She decided that, not me. And there were 2 ears, but she decided that she didn't want her ears showing, so it meant her face is turned. So that's just the way it is. I'm just trying to capture a moment. I'm letting someone fall out. What a beautiful colour. Good side. Probably not ideal for faces. But if it just stays all loose and loosey-goosey like this, I think this is going to be nice. Okay. Yes, I did put my art in the auction. I did it. We had I donated a massive big 2 boxes for the People's Choice Award. And I don't know if my artwork, I'll have to find out if it's available or not. But it was, yes, very successful event, I know that. I think everyone was very happy with raising the funds for the Wallam, Saving Wallam. Was that the last time? I think I did something. Oh my gosh, yes. I've been struggling, exactly. I wouldn't say struggling, but I don't know. I've just been taking it easy. While staying very busy at the same time. But I just haven't felt like, you know, like live streams, that sort of stuff. So I just have been, just, you know, chill. Oh, I like her little lips. They're cute. Okay. You know when you've got your art supplies and you just remind yourself of how awesome something is. And then you're thinking, why don't I use these every time I create? And then you do that for a bit, and then it's like discovering toasted sandwiches again. You're like, oh my, I'm just never eating anything except a toasted sandwich, and then you get sick of it. And something else becomes your favourite thing. How good to have favourite things. So there's a drawing under here, but I don't know. Oh, I think it was just to there. Okay, okay. Rightio. Rightio. Hey, Lorianne, you're so cute. Yes. Carusi says, how can I tell if my art is as bad as I think it is? Oh my goodness. How can you tell? Unfortunately, if you think your art is bad, I don't know what... That's not a good... That's just not a happy space. You're just not going to do enough art. It's just, you're going to... It's just... You'll have to get over that kind of self-criticism. You're just going to have to. Because how can you... You just won't feel like doing art. And art, it doesn't have to be good. Oh my goodness, look at what I'm doing. Look at what I'm doing. It doesn't have to be good. We've just, like in studying the Botticelli, I'm trying to say his name, Botticelli, and I sound like an idiot every time. I feel like I sound like an idiot. Botticelli, okay? You just have to deal with the way I say it. I'm sorry. But my favourite paintings in the world, which I love, which make me cry and just bow down with the beauty of them, even they, all I'm going to say is look at the toes. Look at the way he draws toes. Not everyone's perfect. And the Venus, she's got wonky eyes. And it doesn't matter. And it doesn't matter. It's still one of the most beautiful things that anyone's ever created ever. It doesn't have, things don't have to be, it has to be personal. It has to be, which just, that's what gives it truth. And human beings love human beings. You know, like we're fascinated with each other. And as AI becomes more and more and more and more perfect, something that's human and not perfect just becomes more and more and more important. I still can't work out why, of all the things the makers of AI, the developers of AI could have set AI onto scraping and reconfiguring, why they came for creativity first. It astounds me. It's just so stupid. Because cure potholes first, okay? Cure dementia. Or come up with some radical computer power, put it on that. Like, just, why come for people's creativity? People need creativity, and if it just becomes too easy, you just don't appreciate it. I don't know if it feels that. Like it doesn't, I don't know. I don't understand why going for creativity first. I think it was a mist. Now we'll all be forever suspicious. So I've got, I use programs like Photoshop and all that, and they're just unendingly introducing AI into everything, where it sort of has to get uploaded and then it tinkers. I'm using it because I want to create something. I don't want to create it with their horrible AI. I'm trying to create something. It's just, I don't want it spying on me. I just want to be left to create. I don't quite understand why technology companies are just this unending spying on our stuff. Just let us be. Let us just be creative. And get the hands inky and messy. It's so fun. Oh, I'm just loving my paint pens. Do I let her have a little bit of a little chinny chin chin? I think I might. She can have a little bit of a jowl. I might emphasise it then. There are more people with jowls than not, I think, so may as well let the drawing have a jowl. Live with one foot in a fairy tale. Now, how am I? What's going on here? Who are you, love? Oh, this colour. Holy smoke. I might just cover her up. She doesn't need to be there. She can just be peeking out. Are these two girls, are their hairs talking to each other? I think they're reaching across and talking. Their hairs are talking. Their hairs are having a conversation. So what we're talking about, how do you make yourself feel better about your own artwork? You just have to do more of it. It just has to be a mind switch that you just have to do yourself, because no one else can do that for you. And if it's building confidence and feeling better about your artwork, that is drawing and painting. That's what I do online workshops for. It's what we're working on all the time. Building confidence through creating more art. Oh, actually, never forget, I'm talking to myself here, that this is acrylic ink. It's just acrylic paint. So you can push it around a bit with a brush, especially because I'm on paint. So I can, oh, I had a bit of left, oh, I don't mind that. But I've got a bit of leftover colour in there. Didn't put it to bed clean, did I? That's what you get. You can move it around a little bit, soften it off. Like if I wanted to put on a little bit of a more of a cheek colour here, I could pop that down. I need a bit of a brighter colour. Let's pop in this one. And then I can mix those two. Just soften it off with my brush. Just treat it like normal paint. Once it dries, not really, but before it dries, I can add a little bit of softness. Oh, and that's nice too, because there's a bit of water in there and went like that. Because you can get quite a stark look with paint brands because they've got such a distinct edge to them. So it's got like it's a sharp edge. So it gets a bit of a look to it, and because it's a regular line, The brush stroke breaks it up a bit because it comes thick and thin, but it does, you know, you can get that sort of a bit regular. And then if you soften it up with a little bit of this or add other sorts of materials over the top, we can soften things up. Now to add detail, once it's dry, I can get stuck into it with something like this and make it a bit more sketchy and add little tiny details. Or I can just get on with my life and do something else. And because this is acrylic under here and this is a watercolour marker, when I do this, I've got a little bit of open time because this is not absorbent. If I was on paper, like this is just paper here, if I put my lines down and do this, it's not doing anything. And because the paper's absorbent, even though it's a watercolour ink, I've got ink in there, it's not going to move it that much. I might get a little bit of fuzziness. But on here, on acrylic paint, the surface is primed and I'm going to be able to add water to it, move it, all that sort of thing. So adding, this is where we start to get into the mixed media-ness of it all. You're leaving a door open to experimentation, really. Especially once the paint pen is dry as well, because if I add water, it won't move that and it won't move the paint underneath it. That'll all stay, but I can move things around with this, or I could have watercolour over the top as well. Just watercolour is, again, I'm going into something that's not very exacting, whereas here I'm just tightening up a few little details. I dab it with my finger to soften the ink off a little bit. See, now I've got this great big massive doo-doo here. Might be a bit big. Might. Give her a little bit of, and I can still do coloured pencils. I'll just let everything dry off. If I want to just add even something else that's a bit sketchy. What's going on there? Oh, I love these pens. Satisfaction. Oh, yum. I know not everyone likes it, but the feeling for me of pencil over acrylic paint, especially if I've put it on a little bit roughly, it's one of my favourite things. I was drawing the other day and it just hit like a really good textured part of the page, and I was drawing with pencil and I felt like I was flying. I was in raptures of joy. And who doesn't want to feel some raptures of joy, huh? And a bit of pencil just to give everything, you know, that sort of, I'm playing around here. I'm not trying to you know, be a Leonardo da Vinci. I'm not trying to paint the next Mona Lisa. I'm just a human being doing some drawing, doing a bit of painting. Just living my life. Oops. Oh, wow, Jenren, that's fantastic. Yeah, I love it over matte acrylic. So I think, ooh, I'm just going to leave her like that. I kind of like who these people are. They're kind of cool. And I've sort of got a bit of flowery eyes happening on the outside of this girl. I kind of like it. What's going on there, I'm not too sure about. Yeah, there we go. Okay, I think I can cope with that. Yes. Okay. Oh, something's going on. Oh, Gus! Gus! Could you let the dogs out? There's a chicken. There's a bush turkey. Oh, I wish I could show you. I can't really show you. It's very, very funny. They're out to chase the bush turkey. So there's going to be noise, sorry. But they're so funny. I've got to let them do it. They can't catch the bush turkey. It's okay. Oh, off they go, chasing it in the garden. If they get too close, they pretend they can't see it. Like it suddenly disappears and they're like, oh yeah, well, I'd get you. Next time, mate. I'm just trying to capture a little bit of light, but it's like a highlighting process, you know, it's just a process. And then just blur it off at each end there. And then that shoulder come over here. Okay. Not too much. There we go. Let's turn the page. Huh. Oh, well, I'm having fun, really. So this, I think I'd be better off going over with paint. But I could do paint pen. It's just I'd be wasting my colours. May as well do paint. It'd be quicker and easier, but I don't have my paint here with me. But I think I might go and actually do some painting. I've got a big painting that I'm working on. And I want to start painting in some flowers for her. So I might go off and do that. And bid you a fond adieu. Unless you had any last little questions for me. Oh, what have I done to this girl's nose? I like her eyes. So if I start going into a bit of a negative, like, what did I do? I don't like it. I try and catch myself and just like, okay, what do I like? What is working? Is there anything? And usually there's something, like a colour combination, something, somewhere. Like I just said, I like her eyes, like they're cute. Reminds me of a little doll. And I've got, I think this is pastels here. Oh, I think I'm procrastinating. Yes, I am. I should go and do some painting. Big painting. Yes. Well, okay, my friends, thank you for joining me on my random little colouring in. The book, I'm not sure if you can find it on all the different Amazons and stuff. And the dogs are jumping around the background. But you can definitely get it on my website. And if you are getting my newsletters, I'll let you know when the shipping starts again. Remembering that is not us, this is international, right? I think everything's going to be fine, but hopefully it just all goes back to normal. Oh, she's got such savage banana face that I don't know if I can deal with that. This is the joy of paint pens. I can just change things up and change it. Aha. Not quite yet, Lorianne. Very, very close. Australia Post let us know that they're ahead of schedule. They've had to, everyone's, like not just Australia, every country has had to put in new things to cope with what's happening with America, with the tariff, the way the tariff system is working now. And because it's just been sort of rushed and it's happened very quickly, no one's, you know, been very proactive yet. But it all looks like it is coming. They've sorted it out. And hopefully everything just will be just back to normal soon, which will be very nice. So how's the world supposed to run without art supplies? It's crazy. It's crazy. Sorry, I'm just trying to get her sorted before I go. I'm trying to lift her mouth. She's got banana face. What I call banana face. But not for long. And sometimes that doesn't bother me and I just, you know, that's all good. It's just a bit of a stylisation. And sometimes I don't want it. I want to change things, and so I do. Oh gosh. No. Oh, she's got a whole new head. Give her a chin. This is good practice. Okay, and then I'll have to reinstate, but I might be better off letting her dry just a little bit. Just reinstate some of these lines. and not lose what it was that I quite liked about her, which are these eyes, like the mega lashes. So I think that's what she was like before, very, very stylized and whimsicalized. But I'm just giving her a little bit more of a face. So I'll let her dry off a little bit, she says, as she attacks her again. But let her dry off a little bit. And yeah, let's give her an ear maybe. It's fun changing things up. But she may have been cuter when she was more stylized. Luckily, it's a book and I've got her in every version that there is. Every which way. Okay. Oh, fun. Oh, okay. Well, before I go, just have to give her a highlight in her eyes. The difference it makes is just a lot. Because it just makes the person have life in their eyeball, which we like. Okay. Yes, September 25th, everything should be back to normal, which will be terrific, won't it? I think so. Okay. I feel all relaxed and I'm going to go off and do some more art. And I think you should do as well. Bye.